Okay, so apparently the Philippines, including you guys and my girlfriend Joanne, have been talking about this Filipina called Claudine Co. I mean, y'all have been talking about her a lot, which is making me very curious. So I thought that today we could do a deep dive on Claudine Co. So in order to do so, I looked up a few articles. I found one that was extremely long and detailed. So I was like, listen, I do not want to make this video overly long. So what I did was I asked ChatGPT, my best friend, to summarize this for me. So I do have the summary, but I also asked ChatGPT to find me the best article in English that is talking about the controversy surrounding Claudine Co. Okay, and I thought that it would be interesting to give you my foreigner's perspective on the matter. You know what I'm saying? But before we start, maligayang pagbabalik sa akin channel. Ako po si Ovela. I'm a sound engineer, beatmaker, and content creator on YouTube based here in Manila, Philippines, which is why also I am talking about this, okay? So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so who is Claudine Co? Early life and identity. Claudine Julia Monique Altavano Co. Oh my god, this is one of the longest Filipino names I have ever seen, you know? I mean, Filipinos are notorious for having long names, but this is like too much. Known simply as Claudine Co, was born on November 10, 1998, making her 27 years old in 2025. She is a Scorpio and an Earth Tiger by Chinese zodiac standards. Wow, okay. I don't know if we need all these details about her, but okay. She celebrated an extravagant debut at age 18 in 2016, basically when I started this channel, okay? So almost 10 years ago. Held at Shangri-La at the fort, wearing a gown by Filipino designer Hilk Baban Dairo. Oh my goodness, then this must mean that she's probably either rich or she's a model or something like that. Her roots are in Legazpi, Albay, a Bicol region city noted for its scenic Mayon volcano and flavorful cuisine. I have to, visit this place for sure. And if I do, I will vlog it for all of you. Don't hesitate to check out my vlogs, guys. A setting that remains central to her identity and ventures. Now, let's move on to family and education. Claudine hails from a family with considerable political and business influence. Okay, so this is why she was able to wear an expensive gown from, a popular Filipino designer. Father, Christopher Co, co-founder of High Tone Construction and Development. Interesting. Uncle, Zoldi Co, CEO of Sun West Group and former chair of the House Committee on Appropriations. Okay, so father and uncle probably work closely together. She studied at the University of Asia and the Pacific, so UANP, known for its elite community and rigorous programs. She completed a BA in Entertainment and Media Management, so makes sense that, her job is being an influencer and content creator, I would say. And a classmate described her as someone who manages to stay classy and humble despite her privileges. Okay, well, classy and humble despite her privileges, meaning she's privileged, so she's got the mullah, okay? So if they are saying this about her, it means that she does not flaunt, her money, the fact that she has a fancy background, if you will. Now, let's move on to rise as an influencer. Claudine began experimenting with video at age 12. Wow, that is young. And launched her YouTube channel around 16. It took her 5 years of persistence to gain momentum. Yeah, you do have to be persistent on social media to gain momentum. Personally, I was very lucky because it kind of took off just a few months after I opened the channel. But now that I am trying to kind of rebrand the channel, I'm in like this transition period, I feel like I do also have to be patient, in order to see like a second momentum, rise for the channel. And yeah, if you guys can help out with that, I would really appreciate it. Her content spans travel diaries. That's what I'm trying to do now. Fashion hauls, I don't do that. And luxury life, I don't do that either. The only luxury life that I do is when I travel and I go to like a hotel or a resort. Like private plane trips, oh boy. Okay, private plane trips, how rich is she? Paris apartment hunts or filming her family's new home. She amassed 340,000 YouTube subscribers and 117,000 Instagram followers. Okay, well, that's good. One viral highlight was the purchase of a white Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, reportedly worth at least 25 million in the Philippines. Oh my God, this is something I can only dream of, and I've been doing YouTube for a decade. So I really don't think that she managed to purchase this car by herself, just by doing YouTube and social media, unless she's approached by huge companies that pay her for sponsorships, If that's not the case, then, it's family wealth that allowed her to purchase this. But then again, guys, if her classmates described her as classy and what was the other? And humble, meaning that she doesn't flaunt, her mullah, purchasing a white Mercedes-Benz for 25 million pesos and letting everybody know about it, then in that case, she's not really classy and humble, She does not mind showing people how rich she is, right? And I guess, for now, there is, nothing wrong with that. In a reflective, but then again, you should be humble. You shouldn't show people how much you have, seriously. In a reflective interview, she emphasized that being an influencer means doing your passion responsibly. Well, if you're telling people that you bought a freaking car for 25 million pesos, you're not doing that responsibly. As your every move can affect your audience positively or negatively, well, obviously. Viewers often called her their happy pill. Okay, so she must have, a nice, perhaps upbeat personality. Or a stress reliever. The charm of her rawness and playful personality resonated with many. There you go, playful personality. To be honest, I've also received these types of comments from you guys, especially stress reliever, because I react to music, and music usually relieves people's stress, so when you guys say that about me, I do not take it personally. I literally think that it's not me that's relieving your stress, but more the music that I react to, and the information that I give you. All right, okay, music career, there you go, talking about music. Apparently she's also a musician. Before vlogging, Claudine built a fan base through song covers on YouTube. Song covers? Well, that is surprising. Filipinos that do song covers. I have never heard of Filipino cover music. Think paraluman kahit ayaw mo na. I love you, goodbye, and I will be here. She later released original songs like Paano Kung Tayo, Giliw in January 2023, and Patay Cindy, available on Spotify. Now, entrepreneurial ventures. In March 2025, Claudine launched Almighty Matcha. What the hell is that? A matcha-themed food business offering items like coconut cloud matcha or banana pudding matcha latte through pop-up stalls in Legazpi City. Okay, so she's a business woman for sure. Unfortunately for her, I do not drink matcha, so the likelihood that I would actually give her money through her business is very, very low. But I do know that a lot of people love matcha, so it is a good business idea. Earlier in March 2022, she became a co-owner of Jacob's Wing Bistro, a growing restaurant chain in Albay. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So why is everybody still talking about this girl? All right, passion and personal life. I suppose at the end we're gonna get to the controversy. Fashion is central to her brand. She frequently shares pricey OOTDs, complete with brands and price breakdowns, sometimes in the hundreds of thousands of pesos. Oh boy, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Especially in a country like the Philippines, where there are a lot of people that don't have the cash that you have, okay? Seriously, this is a developing country, meaning that there are a lot of poor people, okay? And the contrast between the poor and the rich is just gigantic, okay? So, and you should know that also a lot of don't haves, you know, we could use that word, are on social media, and you know, they escape through social media, so they do follow these types of influencers. So I don't think it's kind to flaunt all that you have, you know. She's also obsessed with matcha, so much so that her dog Maison Matcha Co is named after her favorite flavor. The dog, a mini bichon, reportedly cost around 380,000 pesos from Pretty Bubble Boutique. Oh my goodness. She's extensively traveled. By 2023, she had visited around 37 countries, including Paris, Berlin, Las Vegas, San Francisco, often showcasing these trips through her vlogs. Again, there's nothing wrong with traveling. Actually, it's quite the opposite. If you have the means to travel, I would encourage you to travel as much as possible, because it's a very enriching experience and it really opens your mind to everything that happens in the world, you know. Her boyfriend, Lemuel Lubiano, so LL, is 2 years younger and from a similarly prominent family. Surprise, surprise. They share travel and pet adventures together. Claudine referred to him as the light and best thing in my life. Hashtag for lifers on social media. My goodness, can you be more influencer than this? All right, here we go. Controversy and backlash. In August 2025, amidst public outrage over underperforming flood control projects and elite privilege, her lavish post, private planes, luxury cars, designer OOTDs seemed increasingly tone deaf. Okay. Yes, from what I understand, is that people are unhappy that while the Philippines, you know, the masses are going through issues related to floods, because I don't know if you guys remember, I went through this with you guys because now I live in the Philippines. In July, we went through, I believe, 2 full weeks of constant rain, you know, because I think the Philippines, or more like Manila, was hit with 2 or 3 typhoons, you know, like in succession, which is insane. I even asked other Filipinos and I was like, can you guys believe what we went through? And they told me that as Filipinos that have been living here in the Philippines, they do not recall having gone through 2 full weeks of just rain. So all that rain, of course, created floods. And you guys know that the Philippines does not prevent rain. They actually deal with the flood, try to deal with the flood after it happens. So I suppose, people got really upset when I suppose, her family are the ones that are supposed to be dealing with floods, aren't really, perhaps, but on the other hand, they are showing their lavish lives. To me, if that's the case, it sounds like corruption. There you go. Leaders like President Marcos Jr. And Pasig Mayor Vico Soto were spotlighting infrastructural failures and elite accountability. There you go. So these failures, I guess, are connected to the business of her family. Yeah. Casting even more scrutiny on Claudine's social media persona. The backlash culminated in Claudine shuttering her social media profiles just as the criticism intensified. So does this mean that she completely closed her social media account because of the backlash? That's insane. Okay, so guys, this is what ChatGPT summarized for me. But like I said, I do have another article that we can go through together that probably is gonna explain the more in depth, the controversy. All right, why Claudine Ko's name is all over your feed? Filipinos have recently picked up what they call lifestyle checks, taking a closer look at people flaunting lavish lifestyles on social media, especially if they happen to have family ties. Oh boy, careful. Directly or indirectly to contractors involved in controversial government-funded flood control projects. There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. It seems like the Philippines does not control the flood. They don't try to prevent it. The name drawing the most attention right now, Claudine Ko. Okay, if they are saying this, it means that she's not the only one that's drawing attention. Yeah, there must be other social influencers that also are tied to these government-funded control project families, that are flaunting their lavish lifestyle. Can you believe they have private planes or jets or something? That's crazy. So who is Claudine Ko? Claudine is a lifestyle influencer and singer from Legazpi City, Albay, who built a following through her fashion, travel, and beauty content. Her content leaned on aspirational themes, think designer fashion, private flights, and luxury hotels. She had 170,000 followers on Instagram and 345,000 subscribers on YouTube before these accounts were deactivated. Okay. For years, Claudine was just another influencer whose lifestyle her followers aspired to, until curious folks began digging deeper into her family background. Ko is the daughter of businessman Christopher Ko, co-founder of Hightone Construction and Development Corporation. Her uncle, okay, so we read all of this. In a privileged speech last year, Sen Joel Villanueva linked Sunwest to the Farmally controversy as well. Farmally? Don't they mean family? As well as the much talked about Department of Education's overpriced laptop procurement. Zaldiko is also the current Ako Bicol representative and owner of Misibis Bay Resort in Albay. In January, he stepped down as chair of the House Appropriations Committee, a key post overseeing national budgeting, citing pressing health concerns. According to Rappler, he has since divested. Divested? What does that mean? Divested from Sunwest, but continues to be a beneficial owner. Okay. Why the controversy? In July, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Revealed in his fourth State of the Nation address that 100 billion pesos of the budget for flood control projects you know, this is tax money, probably, from 2023 to 2025 has been awarded to just 15 contractors. Both co-firms landed on this list. SunWest ranked 8th, while Highton ranked 9th. So these two firms are linked to her family. Marcos clarified, we are not accusing anyone of anything yet. However, it gives us an idea of how this has been conducted. So I hope the people will take advantage of this. This is sad, man. But then again, corruption exists everywhere. With these company names out in the open, attention quickly shifted to the people behind them, and social media users were quick to connect one co to another. Claudine is now being called out on social media for the kind of lifestyle she exhibits in her platforms. In light of the issues members of her family has been linked to, her online account has been deactivated, but not before screenshots of her content circulated widely across social media platforms. Bruh, the internet never forgets. Before this, another lifestyle check was done by the public, following the vlogs that featured the home and luxury cars of husband and wife contractors Sarah and Curly Diskaya, the couple behind a number of construction firms that figured in PBBM's list of 15. They are now being investigated after the Bureau of Customers flagged their collection of 40 luxury cars. Come on, cuz that's too much. With authorities set to check if the vehicles were properly declared, taxed, and imported. Threads on Reddit and X have also flagged the names of other wealthy individuals with alleged family ties to contractors in the DPWH's own procurement records, many of whom are said to have showcased luxury content on social media. I guess this is a noob move from, powerful, wealthy people. Don't flaunt, man. Meanwhile, Marcos ordered formal lifestyle checks on government officials on August 27, starting with those in the DPWH. He cited unexplained displays of wealth as red flags. And by the way, speaking of flooding, right now as I am recording this video, I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but it's pouring outside, okay? So it is extremely important that these companies control floods properly, or even better, prevent flooding, okay? I even made an entire video about this, okay? Ay nako. Okay, so where was I? According to the President Communications Office, agencies such as the Ombudsman, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, and the DPWH itself will be tasked with carrying out the probes. So far, Marcos has personally inspected 11 flood control projects in Marikina, Iloilo, Bulacan, and Benguet. These inspections were prompted by complaints submitted through sombongsapangulo.ph, a government platform for reporting failed or questionable flood control projects. Guys, so if we are logical, what should we look at first? We should check the origin of the issue here, right? Shouldn't the government select and do proper research before hiring these types of companies / families to do flood control, you know? Like, just hire competent ones, you know? And not corrupt ones, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I can definitely understand why Filipinos are pissed off, because this is their hard-earned tax money, you know, that is being used in this way, is being used to pay for these people's lavish lifestyles, and that's not okay. You know, your tax money should go to the betterment of the country, you know, hence, you know, try to prevent flood or control flood, I know. So yeah, I hope that this video was informative. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section as Pinoys. Okay, this was from the point of view of a foreigner living here in the Philippines. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And of course, if you found value in this video, do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos right here.